better call somebody.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the holiday season proudly brings to you the Christmas Tag Team Champions of the World, the Pod Dog Matt, that's me, the badass Brennan Mount, that's you. We are Frolic Harder.
You came with so much energy right there. I did not expect that. I did not see that coming.
I've been watching a lot of 90s wrestling clips lately.
Whatever it did to you, it went straight into your, like, it went intravenous, like, just went right into your
I'm so tired now.
Yeah, you blew it all right there in the first 10 seconds.
Look, as a father of two now.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, now we're just starting this already. We've heard as a father, and now we're as a father of two. All right. Everybody congratulate Matt for becoming a father of a second time now.
I don't want that one. Where's the little kids?
There it is. Yeah.
That's what my house sounds like now.
You now have two kids. You didn't have two since the last time we did one of these.
Yeah, that's true. There's two of us. Or two of them. It's okay. There's only two kids. You can still play man-to-man defense.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we're all set. I guess normal introduction. I am Matt, joined by my co-host, Brennan, and the illustrious producer, Moo.
Howdy. Moo.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.
Wait for the Moo.
And welcome to Frolic Harder's 2022 Christmas Extravaganza. We're here to celebrate the holidays.
'Tis the season.
All of the holidays.
All of them. Hanukkah,
All of them.
Christmas, Kwanzaa.
Fucking Starbucks style up in this bitch.
Wow.
Anyway, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Is everyone ready?
I was born ready.
Let's get into the Christmas spirit. I have a game, as always. Yep. Participation from both of you.
Ooh.
Okay. A fight to the death, if you will.
Google.
I have 10 movie trivia questions, all Christmas related. So we'll take turns, go back and forth answering. Steals are allowed.
You've come up with some interesting rules to this one.
Yeah. So Brennan gets the first question, gets the answer wrong. John, you have a chance to steal for a point.
It's like
Producer Moo.
Feud.
It is like Family Feud. Less mustache, though.
Yes. You still have a pretty good stash. I can see it. It looks good on camera.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. If I keep my face kind of down like this, not too bad.
It's all about
the lighting. I do the full, horrible trash. That's trash right there. All right. Who would like to kick it off? Let's go, Brendan. Brendan, we can kick it off with you. All right. Here we go.
That's right.
Christmas movie trivia. Question number 1. What are the 4 main food groups for elves, according to Buddy the Elf in the movie Elf?
Oh, man. I've seen this movie a bunch, too, and I'm still going to butcher this because I haven't seen it in a few years. So, food groups. One of them has to be, is it candy canes?
That is one of them.
Is it, okay, so there's candy canes. There's, is it chocolate?
No chocolate. It's not on there. All right. Producer Moo. He got candy canes. There are 3 left.
Gingerbread?
That is incorrect. The correct answers are candy, candy corn, candy canes, and syrup.
I was gonna say syrup too, and I thought it was too generic. I thought you would be looking for a specific syrup, but I was going to say syrup because I remember him putting the syrup on the spaghetti or whatever he had.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the scene.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
That's a good one.
Shout out Enzo and his candy corn.
Ah, man, candy corn. What?
I don't understand why that's a Christmas thing. Yeah, that.
I think it's just the candy part, and because I don't know.
Should have just been sugar, and more sugar.
Yep.
All right. On to question number 2. We are still tied. Producer Moo, where do the Griswolds live in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Shit. I know where they go, or like I know, like oh no, that's Vegas Vacation.
I'm trying to think too.
I haven't watched the movie in so long.
I have a hunch, but I don't think I'm correct.
I feel like it's like, I don't know. We're
just throw it out there.
Like a city or a state?
I want a city.
I don't know, Boise.
Out of all the options you're like Salt Lake City.
Maybe. I don't know. I felt like it was somewhere super random.
All right, Brennan.
Chicago.
Chicago is correct.
I felt like that was the correct answer. I had a hunch.
It was something super generic.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to question number 3. How many siblings does Kevin have in Home Alone?
Oh, shit.
So this one's back to me. I go first now, right?
This one's back to you. Yeah, you go first.
Man. Okay. I am going to say I think there's 9.
Well, there's a ton of kids.
That is incorrect.
He has 2 siblings.
That is also incorrect. He has 4 siblings. It's
like a bunch of the kids were
his cousins.
His cousins and stuff.
Yeah, it is 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
As I knew Buzz and the one weird kid. Oh, I should have said at least 3. I knew he had a sister.
Yeah.
Oh, the older chick.
Mm-hmm.
You know that in the movie the kid that he's like the kid that pees the bed. You know that's his like brother, right?
Kieran.
The weird. That's who I call the weird kid. Then you got Buzz.
My favorite character in my favorite character in Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, he's the best.
He is. Oh yeah, that's Macaulay Culkin. That's his. I never actually realized that. Oh
yeah.
Watch that movie 1,000 times. Never put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. All right. Over to Producer Moo for question number 4. What is the name of the elf who wants to be a dentist in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Oh, jeez, dude.
This is the Rankin and Bass.
Wow. I can picture his face and everything.
Where did you find these? Did you actually go hunting?
I did a little hunting, not too much. You know me.
I was hoping it was just going to be like, what is the elf's name of elf? And just wasn't Buddy, was it?
Was that your answer?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It is not Buddy. Buddy is not.
Don't know, but for some reason the name Stanley comes to mind.
Oh, generic sounds awesome.
It ends in an EY. It is Hermie.
Hermie.
Hermie the elf.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. So we're still 1-0. 1-0.
1-0.
In honor of World Cup. All right. So question number 5 is over to Brennan. What is the name of the 2015 horror comedy starring a horned beast who punishes naughty children on Christmas?
Oh, that's Krampus.
Cheating. Yeah.
That is Krampus.
Yeah.
That's like probably the only one I would know.
All right, here we go. I think you got a shot. I think you got a shot on this one. Let's get you back into this. Producer Moo.
Oh, fuck.
How many Grinch movies are there in total?
Like actual movie? Like, is this a
feature film?
2.
Brennan?
4.
There are 3.
Just hit.
So there's the 1966 version.
Right? There's like 2000 spin-offs.
Yeah, and the 2018.
That's right.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I remembered all 3 of those, but for some reason I thought there was a 4th one.
There's a newer Grinch?
Yes.
It's the best one, in my opinion.
What the fuck?
Better than the one with Jim Carrey? That was a good one.
I love the 2018 one.
Yeah?
It also could be I just watch it a shit ton with my kid, but I love the 2018 one.
Oh, is it that cartoon thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so we're back to Brennan. What is the name of the head elf in the 1994 movie The Santa Claus?
Oh man, This is a really tough one, and I was literally looking at Disney Plus like yesterday, looking at the Santa Clauses or whatever that new show is called.
Oh, the new show.
Yeah, and I was considering rewatching the original ones, and I didn't. Because I'm stupid, and I started watching Wednesday instead. So I don't know. I'm going to say Victor.
It is not Victor. Producer Moo, you want to try and steal? It is Bernard.
Bernard. Yeah, there you go. That's
Yay.
I don't know if I want to watch the new ones. I heard they're good, but I heard it also brings in like God and stuff.
No, I need that. You get the
Big book.
Get the big book out of my shows.
keep that elsewhere. Separation of church and entertainment. Everybody knows
Jesus brings in the Jesus.
All right, so now we're at a 2-1 advantage to Brennan, and it is your question. Number 8. What real-life store is a main plot point in Miracle on 34th Street?
It's John's turn, right?
It is your turn.
I thought I answered the elf one.
Oh, it is John's turn.
Macy's.
Macy's is correct. We are all tied up.
I knew that one too, and I was still a gentleman and passed it off to you because it was.
I appreciate it. I didn't
That's
know
the
either.
Christmas spirit.
That answer.
It's very friendly.
Oh, I know.
All right, now we're back to Brennan. All right, here we go. What do the burglars who break into the McAllister's house in Home Alone call themselves?
Well, it depends on the movie. They're either the Wet Bandits or the Sticky Bandits.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. All right, John.
Little Harry and Marv.
You need this one to get to the tiebreaker question.
I do. It better be
Okay.
easy.
Here's question 10.
Pretty sure I got him.
What does Clark Griswold's boss give him instead of a
these.
Christmas bonus?
Oh, shit. I should know this, but I don't watch these enough anymore. I don't know, Brennan. You probably got it, but I think I just lost.
I don't know.
I can see.
I'm going to say a Christmas ornament.
It is a 1-year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club.
That's not such a bad, alternative.
I probably haven't watched that movie since the early 2000s. So
yeah, same. It's been a while.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. I have the tiebreaker question. This is going to be worth 10 points.
yeah, we could just finish on a tie like soccer.
Wait, I was.
No.
I was up
You
by
won
one.
already.
Yeah, get that corner. Just giving
here's
away
what
my
we're gonna
win
do.
here.
I have a tiebreaker question. Whoever gets this gets 10 points. And ultimately, the win.
Just pulled the leg out from under me.
So, I just like this question. So, it's whoever can get the closest to this number that I want. So, for the year 2022, how many Christmas movies did Hallmark release this year?
I don't even have cable. How do you know?
Wow.
Google. Google is how I know.
It's a loaded question because Hallmark
Just this year?
basically
Just
can
this
crank
year.
out, like they can make a movie in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
So I'm going to say 11.
Okay. 11 for Brennan.
Like full lengths or like their weird like short stuff?
This is their holiday movies.
That's like their bread and butter. They just make holiday movies like they're soap operas.
Brennan said 11. I'll go 12.
Oh, you son of a... Okay, we're just doing the Price is Right rules now. Okay, I see how this is going here.
Hey,
I didn't say over or under. I just said whoever's closest. All right. We're locked in. Brennan with 11. Producer Moo with 12.
I basically assume there's more.
And the winner
Probably Brennan.
of this.
I already
inaugural-
won. I'm not taking this already. Let's just get this over with.
Producer Moo. The correct.
Yes.
Hallmark released 40 Christmas movies this year.
I know they crank them out like there's just like they're printing money, but I mean
That's why you play
lot.
Price is Right
40.
rules.
40 Christmas movies.
You're the worst, John. You're the worst.
There's ways to win in game
12
shows. You got to
seconds.
learn the rules.
Memory like an elephant. I'm gonna remember that one.
I was trying to go with the tie.
Like you only have to wait till one full year to get your revenge.
I only have to wait 364 more days. All right.
Yeah. I think this episode comes out before Christmas. So more days.
Yeah.
At some point before Christmas.
You got this. Plot your revenge.
It's
Yeah.
already there.
You got to study like all pop trivia and pop culture.
I know a guy. Don't worry.
All right.
Got a very particular set of skills.
Let's move on.
Let's.
I wanted to play. All right, I don't know. We don't have any Christmas sound effects.
You told me to load up the
never,
guns.
There we go. There we go. Everybody laugh it up.
Ooh.
What was that?
It was intense.
That was our transition to the next segment.
That's me.
That's
I'm
you.
the next segment. So, John thought this was a cheating answer earlier, but you know what?
Which one? I
have no remorse for you and your steal at the end there. So you can take whatever you think is cheating and cram it up your cram hole. All right.
Don't blame the contestant. Blame the creator. I didn't make the rules. I just played them.
I didn't want to do this.
You knew what you did. That's what matters. Is you knew. So we're shifting gears here away from Matt's game
nonsense shenanigans
that was stolen from me after I won in regulation. We're going to talk about Krampus. This is why John thought it was a cheating answer. That
I didn't even remember you doing it. I just said it was cheating because it was a good
easy
movie.
We're going to talk about Krampus. So that fits. That works. So you guys know, like, Krampus is just he's like the anti Santa Claus. So basically, he's this like horned anthropomorphic figure. Started mostly in Central and Eastern Alpine folklore of Europe during the Advent season. Scares children who have misbehaved. Assisting Saint Nicholas or Santa Claus, the pair visit children on the night of the 5th of December, with Saint Nicholas rewarding the well-behaved children with modest gifts such as oranges. Those are some gifts.
Fucking, I love a cutie.
Oranges, dried fruit, walnuts, chocolate. It's like the equivalent of getting raisins in your bag at Halloween. Like, yeah, just no PS5. You get some prunes, kid. Congrats, you were well behaved this year.
They still be regular.
The bad kids, though, they got punishment from Krampus. You know
What
what he'd
punishment?
do?
No.
He'd take birch rods and just whip the kids. Beat the kids up straight up. Just, you know what? You were good. Here's some dried oranges or whatever. You were bad. Waka! Let's just... So, the origin of Krampus is a little unclear. Some folklorists and anthropologists believe that he had pre-Christian origins. So, long time ago. Like, he's from way back in the day. It's not like Santa Claus and his made-up BS for selling toys.
Whoa. Bro.
That's right.
My kid watches this show.
Yeah.
No. So there's like traditional parades and stuff that we're going to talk about. Like, there's this whole culture around Krampus. It's like you always hear about like the uplifting, like Miracle on 34th Street and all these uplifting, Christmas things. No, not here. Not on this podcast. Not today. So we're taking this to a dark place. Right? Denied. So one of the cool things is like the figure's been imported into American pop culture also. So starting out in Europe, came here. He's appeared in movies, TV shows, video games, the whole thing. It's thought to come from either Bavarian, the Bavarian word Krampen, meaning dead, or rotten, or the German word Krampen, meaning claw. So it's Bavarian, German, whatever it is. It's like dead claws, basically, what it translates to. History goes back to the medieval times. Like, he's been around a while. Like, he's been around for a minute. 6th or 7th century is when he got really like popularized. No written sources before then, though. So that's kind of like the estimate of when he started popping around. Kind of in modern history, in the aftermath of the 1932 election in Austria, the Krampus tradition was prohibited by the Dollfuss regime under the clerical fascist Fatherland's Front and the Christian Social Party. So basically, if you were religious, you thought of Krampus as like the devil. He's like just not cool. So illegal in a lot of places to celebrate, talk about. Very
He's got
taboo.
dope ass horns. So.
He does have dope horns.
He has got dope ass horns. Yeah. That's one thing we can agree on. In the 1950s, the government distributed pamphlets titled "Krampus is an evil man." Makes sense. He just follows
shitting in your kid's shoe, like
beats the crap out of kids.
But your kid shit in your shoe earlier that day. He's just returning the favor.
That's true. Towards the end of the century, though, popular resurgence of Krampus celebrations occurred and continues today. So a lot of people are back on the Krampus train. It's being revived in Bavaria as well, along with a lot of local artistic tradition and hand-carved wooden masks and everything that people do depicting Krampus. In 2019, there were reports of drunken or disorderly conduct by masked Krampuses in Austrian towns. So basically, a bunch of people dressed up as Krampus. They were just being a bunch of hoodlums and
just cramping,
just cramping everything up. So
that's not the spirit of Krampus.
That is the spirit of Krampus. He is a bad, evil man. He's a bad man, as Stephen A. Smith would say.
Stephen A.
I know. I'd love to have him on the podcast just to hear him yell about something.
Just to yell at us?
Yeah, I want to hear him talk about the Cowboys. That's all. That's all. Just so we can laugh in his face.
Who'd win in a fight, the Jersey Devil or Krampus?
You know, they kind of look similar, and
that's what I'm getting at.
His appearance a little bit here. He's got a lot of variations that he appears as. Most share some common physical characteristics. He's hairy, usually brown or black. Has cloven hooves like the Jersey Devil would, horns of a goat, pointed tongue, and he has fangs. So it's very similar. They look. They could be cousins. They could be related.
Definitely cousins.
Definitely cousins.
Kissing cousins.
Ooh, gross. He carries chains, though. So Krampus carries chains around, thought to symbolize the binding of the devil by the Christian church. He thrashes those chains around really dramatically all the time.
He's like Ghost Rider on Christmas.
He's like the Jersey Devil if he was Ghost Rider. The chains have bells a lot of times in a lot of depictions.
Jingle bells?
Jingle bells, man.
Sleigh bells?
No, I'd say jingle bells. Sleigh bells belong on a sleigh. Let's just leave them there. We don't need to bring those in. They have their place. Stay on those sleighs.
What happens when you rip them off the sleigh?
They're just bells.
Bruh.
More pagan origins is the root, a bundle of birch branches that Krampus carries. So I'm going to talk about the root a couple times. Just think about like a bundle of sticks that he beats the crap out of people with.
His weapon of choice.
He literally just swaps kids with him. So it's like the anti like Santa's giving you presents, he's beating your ass. So the root may have had significant history in pre-Christian pagan initiation rites as well. Like a lot of people were just beaten back then. It's just the way things were, man. Corporal punishment. The birch branches are replaced with a whip in some representations also. Sometimes Krampus appears with a sack or a basket strapped to his back. It's thought to cart off evil children for drowning, eating, or transport to hell. So hide your kids. Hide your wife. Yeah. All those.
I got a dude turned Indiana Jones. Got a satchel and a whip now?
He's got a satchel and a whip.
Just people can't decide.
Yeah, you can go one way or the other, man. Some of the older versions make mention of naughty children being put in the bag and taken away. So that's kind of one of the things he does. He beats your kids, and then he puts them in his bag and carries them off and eats them, probably. That's what he...
Probably.
Yeah, don't be bad. I like how, like, here in modern day, we're like, if you're bad, you'll get a lump of coal. But back then, it's, if you're bad, Krampus is going to come beat your ass and take you to hell.
And then eat you.
Eat you once you're there. Yeah, you're going to become a midnight snack.
Yeah, he's just the Brothers Grimm Santa Claus.
Yeah, basically. One of the cool things that I found, all the kids, they're really happy about being beaten and taken to hell for dinner. So one thing that was cool was Krampusnacht, not to be confused with Kristallnacht here. Let's just leave that where it was. We don't need to bring that into this. So Krampusnacht was the feast of St. Nicholas celebrated in parts of Europe on the 6th of December, so the day after Krampus arrives. The preceding evening of the 5th of December, like I mentioned, Krampus night or Krampusnacht, is the wicked hairy devil appears on the streets, sometimes accompanying St. Nick, sometimes on his own. Krampus visits homes and businesses. The saint usually appears in the Eastern rite vestments of a bishop, and he carries a golden ceremonial staff. So, yeah, sometimes he's got a whip, sometimes he's got
swag.
He's got swag. He's got a wardrobe.
By the way, Saint Nick is just going arm in arm with this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
what that speaks volumes about Saint Nick.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the dude was just living the thug life, man. He didn't choose the thug life; it chose him.
I get you're not giving toys to the bad kids, but dude, this is okay. This is okay to you. This guy's gonna beat children, and
guy's good. Yeah,
put him in a basket and eat him.
Not doing anything about it, so parents good with it.
All right.
So that was, unlike North American versions of Santa Claus in these celebrations, Saint Nick concerns himself only with the good children, while Krampus is responsible for the bad. Saint Nicholas spends gifts, and in the Americanized version, Krampus surprised coal and the root. So he'd bring you coal and then beat your ass again. So the American version is a little bit more tame. There's no taking of the kids. There's just giving them coal and beating their asses. And
a concussion.
And here's coal and a concussion. That's what Krampus is going to serve up for Christmas over here. That's right. You know how there's this tradition that we have here where the night before Christmas, we leave milk and cookies out for Santa, right?
Yeah, we do.
You wake up in the morning and the cookies have bites out of them. Milk's gone.
I left Santa a beer one year.
Did he drink it?
He did.
Did he enjoy the beer?
I think so.
I bet he did. So there's a similar tradition called Krampuslauf, but kids leave out schnapps instead. So
yeah, I was onto something.
You're onto something. So the Santa that visits your home on Christmas Day seems like the same kind of guy that Krampus would be.
It's my Eastern European roots.
He likes his schnapps. Eastern roots. So another thing I'm going to touch on here is called Krampus carton. So Europeans have been exchanging greeting cards featuring Krampus since the 19th century, sometimes introduced with Grob von Krampus. Greetings from Krampus. The cards usually have humorous rhymes or poems. Krampus is also often featured looming menacingly over children, as he does before he steals them and eats them. He's also shown as having one human foot and one cloven hoof. Cloven hoof, the other way. That one, the second one. In some, Krampus has sexual overtones.
Ooh. For the kids?
No, pictured grabbing the ladies' bosoms.
Wow.
So depends on where you're at, I guess. It's going to get different versions of Krampus over here. Over time, the representation of Krampus in the cards has changed, though. Older versions have a more frightening Krampus, while modern versions have a cuter Cupid-like creature.
No.
He's also adorned on postcards and candy containers in Europe. A lot of Austrian and Germany kind of places over there. Another thing that I found, do you know Krampus runs are a thing?
Like a turkey trot?
Yeah, except it's a Krampus run. So it's super popular in Austria. People dress up as Krampus? And they go parading. It's mostly men that do it. It's a tradition. Wrong holiday here, sir. Yeah, I don't think that's the sound that Krampus makes. So a bunch of guys get around with their Krampus masks, cowbells, sticks, torches. The original intent was to disperse the ghosts of winter, but sometime throughout the ages, Krampus became an anti-Santa symbol. While St. Nicholas, the patron saint of children, again, came bearing treats. These people in this parade, or the Krampus run, let's just call it the cramp for the sake of our old people out here. They're going to pull a muscle out there. They still swing sticks around and carry the bags on their back and hide your kids during the parade kind of thing.
Turkey trot gets tutus, the cramp,
yeah.
Throwing sticks and...
Yeah, let's just kind of touch on this creature. What you think about Krampus? What's your feelings?
Oh, I like Krampus.
I do too.
I think we need more turkey trots around Krampus, though.
I think very highly of Krampus.
I think they should have the kids run ahead of the adults.
I just have
like
the zombie being
like the zombie runs.
Yeah, because usually kids will do like not usually the full marathon. Like they'll do the starter part, and then all the adults come in after the kids, like the pretending to chase him.
Which reminds me, in my trolling effort to do a turkey trot. Since I was watching the live video while I was doing it.
I hated that, for the record.
I know you did. The instructor guy, I noticed, kept running by this mother and her small child.
Nice.
So I think towards like the last like mile, like this mom is just dragging this poor little girl. Like you can tell she is over it.
It's like a dog that's too tired to drag it on the leash instead.
She's just dragging this poor girl. I was like, damn. And it's on video for everyone to see.
I love that. If there's any redeeming,
hold on. Let me take from you. Hey, Susan, fucking let your kid stay at home, watch some football, sit on the couch, be a kid, play with some toys, give her a pack of gummy worms. She doesn't need to be running a 5K, having her mom rip her arm out of her tiny little socket. Let her stay home. Let your kids be kids.
It's about time you spoke up on this subject. You were too quiet the first time.
I'm done.
Good. Well done,
As Matt's signing up for the Krampus run.
Yeah, he's signing up for the Krampus run right now. Just like you did with the turkey trot. You guys
want to spot me $20 so I can get the medal at the end?
So we're going to talk about a few things that maybe some people don't know about Christmas here, though. So we've shifted gears. We're on to the next segment here.
Back to the old Americanized Christmas?
Yeah, back to mostly. It's
USA,
not all America.
USA.
There we go.
Can we get that drop so I don't have to do that anymore?
Yeah, we should.
Probably.
That took a lot of effort right there.
It does.
You want that specific one, or do you want a more like...
Just the most generic, like...
Oh, you want
USA
some
chant?
People chanting USA.
Yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired. It makes me tired.
So out of all of the things that surround Christmas, there's like a billion things that are Christmas related.
Fruitcake.
In the world. No. I wanted to find 10 things that I didn't know about personally that I figured I would bring to the table. So did a little bit of research over here and figured maybe some people would find these obscure Christmas facts a little interesting. So the first one I'm going to talk about is, did you know that Santa Claus has his own postal code?
I did not.
The Santa has a postal code. So while the home of Santa may be the North Pole, Canada has a postcode reserved for kids to send their letters to. So each year, Canadian Post helps Santa respond to thousands of letters sent from around the world to him. The address being Santa Claus, North Pole, and because of the way that their zip codes work, it's HOHOHO, Canada. So it's ho, 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 Canada.
Fuck.
They created a zip code for kids to send letters to.
God damn it, Canada.
Canada's they're doing it right. No other country has that. It's just Canada. I mean, they literally created a zip code called ho, ho, ho. That's legit. They're stepping up. They're taking
what a magical people.
I know. We don't have that here. Stupid America. Well done, Canada. Yeah, well done. So the next one I'm going to talk about here. I had no idea this was a thing. So spiders are a traditional Eastern European Christmas decoration.
That is
weird, right?
That's cool. It's just decoration, so I'll allow it. So I hate spiders.
Particularly in Ukraine, finding a spider or a spider's web in your Christmas tree is a symbol of good luck. That's because these countries have the legend of the Christmas spider, which tells that a poor widow lived in a small hut with her children. They found a pine cone in the summer, cared for it. They grew it into a Christmas tree. Unfortunately, they couldn't afford to decorate the tree for Christmas. So upon waking up on Christmas morning, they found the tree covered in spider webs. But the way the light hit it coming through their window, it looked like a gold and silver color in the sunlight. And since that day, the widow and her children have never lived in poverty. So it's seen as a good luck thing bye, John. It's seen as a good luck thing in countries in Eastern Europe, particularly Ukraine. So spiders are good luck on Christmas. Didn't know that.
That was nice.
Yeah, figured just went way out of the box with these.
I don't even like spiders, and that was nice.
Right, it's a little nice. Maybe it was just a little happy spider. Just said, "I'll decorate your tree for you, and I'll just live here by myself."
Feeling warm and toasty on the inside.
Yeah, it's making my innards hurt.
That's probably just might be the bourbon.
Nah, that makes it feel good. Next one, though. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, found what the tallest Christmas tree is. Anybody want to take a guess? I'll let you each take a guess. How many feet tall do you think the biggest decorated Christmas tree is? Bonus points for if you can name where it was or is located, I should say.
Where? Oh.
How many feet tall? Where do you think it is?
Is it? It's a real tree, right? Like alive?
It's a real tree. It is a live tree.
Germany, 275 feet.
All right. John? Producer Moo?
Belgium, 274 feet.
That's motherfucker.
I know, right? He's just playing the game. They're both wrong.
You're right. This motherfucker's horrible.
It's horrible, right? It's the worst. It's the worst feeling when you serve up what you think is a good answer, and John just comes in with a hacksaw and cuts your knees off. You're both way off, though. It is in the United States.
Is it Times Square?
In Seattle, Washington.
USA.
At the Northgate Shopping Center in Seattle. It's 221 feet tall.
I feel like
you guys weren't too far off on.
I got
the height,
the over under.
So. I mean,
the under over.
Motherfucker.
I know, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. Next one is when the candy cane was invented. It was invented in Germany. The J was a symbol for Jesus, with the red stripes symbolizing his blood.
Now I can't have candy canes ever again. Thank you.
Candy canes are metal AF. So,
of course.
Yeah.
Why do Catholics got to be like this?
I don't know. Nobody
everything's blood. Why does everything got to be blood?
Everything's
Why can't it just be red?
I don't know.
It's just red. It's a nice red stripe.
You know that you're eating the J for the Jesus, and the blood is the red. So you'll never eat a candy cane the same way again. For a guy that went to Catholic school his whole life, you should know. I should have.
I did know that. I did know that one actually.
I was going to say you should know this. I didn't know that though, so it was new for me.
I can still feign outrage though.
Yes.
Number 5. So we're getting halfway done with this one. It is tradition in Japan to eat KFC on Christmas.
I did know that.
Did you?
I did.
Did you know that you have to order it at least 2 months ahead of time?
I did not know that.
So you have to place your order at least 2 months ahead for your KFC on Christmas Day in Japan. But I didn't know, like, why does Japan eat particularly?
They fucking love
fried chicken on Christmas?
I don't remember like specifics, but on Netflix, Dave Chang has a series called Ugly Delicious. It's a whole episode on fried chicken, and they go to Japan and they're like,
it's everywhere.
Yeah. Like all these different, like KFC is the big one, but there's fried chicken everywhere, and it all looked delicious because fried chicken's delicious.
Plus, like other countries just have better food at fast food places than we do. Like their KFC is better. Their McDonald's is going to be better. Like all that stuff is better.
The way I heard it described once was someone was interviewing someone from Canada. And they're like, yeah, we don't have a dollar menu because like you can't sell real beef for $1.
Like, wait, you guys get real beef?
Yeah.
That's new. We don't have standards here, so, you know, must be nice to eat good fast food.
Just load that shit with MSG and I'll eat it.
Dude, MSG is delicious. Makes everything better.
It does.
Yeah. Underrated. So next, we're halfway through. Jingle Bells was the first ever song played in space. Not Christmas song, like the first song ever. The crew of NASA's Gemini 6A spaceflight got into the Christmas spirit and made history when they played Jingle Bells on December 16th, 1965, earning the Guinness World Record for being the first song ever played in space. Nice.
At least I waited till December to play Christmas music.
Right. Yeah, imagine like it's June 4th. Let's play Jingle Bells. Next one here on November 24th, 2001. A Christmas card was sold at auction in Devey, Wiltshire, UK, for $28,158 United States dollars, making it the most valuable Christmas card in the world. That's because it was considered the world's first Christmas card, according to Guinness Book of World Records, which notes that it was sent by Sir Henry Cole, a Bath-born businessman, to his grandmother in 1843, and is hand-colored by the London illustrator John Calcott Horsley. The lithographed illustration depicts a multi-generational family enjoying a Christmas party. There are 12 of the original 1,000 cards left in existence. So that's
it's pretty interesting
card. Yeah, it was kind of neat, and certified by Guinness, so it must be solid. We weren't gonna finish this without talking about Mariah Carey. And
Mariah Carey. Yeah, that's what I thought you had.
This is a very well known fact. If Mariah Carey sees her shadow, there's like 5 more days of winter. So, no, I was kidding. That's not the fact. But so Mariah Carey, she's got the "All I Want for Christmas Is You" song that gets played, the day after Thanksgiving. It doesn't stop until the day after Christmas. She wrote that in 15 minutes. And it shows. That was the fact there. Yeah, she wrote it in 15 minutes. So I can't imagine, like, that's got to be the most money earned for 15 minutes of work ever, right?
Oh, for sure.
Right? I was thinking about it. I'm like, you worked for 15 minutes and this song is played just nonstop
every year.
So, yeah, exactly. So yeah, it wouldn't have been a list without her popping up on it. So we're on number 9. On average, between 15,000 and 20,000 people in the United States take a trip to the ER due to injuries putting up Christmas decorations every year. I assume a lot of people falling off ladders putting up like Christmas lights.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Like Clark Griswold.
Idiots. Yeah. Like Clark. Last but not least, to close this list out, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is not what not what the movies depict him as. He's just
he's a water
gimmick.
Buffalo.
He's really a penguin in disguise. No, he's really just a marketing gimmick. Made his debut in 1939 in a giveaway coloring book created by a copywriter for none other than Montgomery Ward, the department store.
Oh, I remember Montgomery Wards.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that closes out some Christmas maybe trivia.
I like those. Those are good.
Trivia, fun fact. I liked it. Yeah.
Back to you.
Oh. Dramatic transition.
I love it.
All right, I got one more thing for us. It wouldn't be Christmas without toys. Can we all agree?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's for.
And
for Krampus stealing kids.
Yeah, exactly. That's the number one.
Yes.
Number one thing. Do you guys have a favorite toy you remember from childhood?
I would probably say when I was a kid, I was getting super into BMX biking, and one Christmas I got a BMX bike. I was probably like, I don't know.
That's a good one.
11 or 12 years old. Yeah.
That's a very good one.
I got rollerblades one year.
I love rollerblades.
Sweet, man. Yeah.
Shout out Brink.
Pretty much. Yeah, they were inline skates.
Yeah.
Back when rollerblading was cool.
Yeah.
What do you mean was?
It had a good year or two.
I've seen people rollerblading in my neighborhood recently, within the last month.
Hell yeah.
It's having a resurgence, but the whole 90s are.
Bring it back.
Doc Martens are back. Like the whole, I don't know, man. The 90s
I was always better with rollerblades than a skateboard. So
we all got to go get some Zubas now.
It's so fucking comfy.
I know, right?
I have some trash childhood photos. I'm definitely wearing Zubas.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, here we go. Another game I have from PocketLint.com.
Yes, already sounds good.
The top selling toy from 1987 through the year 2000.
Year.
So the top selling each year. So, to you, I challenge.
So we're going 13 years.
Going 13 years.
Of top toys.
Of top toys.
All right.
Just start firing them off. I'm going to give you, because I'm asking for specific. I'm going to give you
do they have to be very specific answers?
Some of them are a little broad, some of them are a little more specific.
Okay.
But
I'm going to go, okay. I'm going to
this.
shoot my shot. I don't know, and this is 2000, you said?
1987 to 2000.
Okay.
So,
God, why you get?
That's actually not bad.
One toy a year.
I am going to take a shot here, and I don't know if this was pre-2000 or just after, but I know Tickle Me Elmo was huge one year.
It was. Tickle Me Elmo was the top-selling toy of 1996.
96, okay.
1996, the Tickle Me Elmo.
I remember the craze of like everybody wanting them, and it was nuts.
Dude, they're still going strong.
I don't know if either of you remember. Do you guys remember the Mark and Brian show in LA?
I love Mark and Brian. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember I always listened to it in the mornings with my dad. I remember this year they got their hands on a Tickle Me Elmo. And you know how they always had someone out in like the street?
Yeah.
Send someone out. They had them just put a Tickle Me Elmo like in a parking lot, just on its own. And they wanted to see who would fucking run up on it and try to steal the thing. So they're just the whole day just catching people, just making them feel bad.
Good. I like that. Just entrapment. My favorite.
So you're off to a good start.
I'm 1 for 1.
One for one.
I'm about to go severely downhill because that was the first and only one that came to my mind. But I'm still going to shoot my shot.
I think you're going to get some of these.
I'm going to take a guess and say Furby.
Furby.
Dude, that's what I was thinking.
Top selling toy of 1998.
Hey, I got 2. All right. Okay, so I'm trying to think of like, this is like the meat of our childhood. So well done with that. I'm going to take a shot. This is probably going to be on the earlier end of these and say the Nintendo Entertainment System.
1988, the NES console.
I'm 3 for 3. This was unexpected.
Nice. 87. I don't think you have any chance of getting. You'll know the product, but I don't think you'll guess it.
What would have been popular in 87?
I'm trying to think.
See, like that one's like not really.
We would have. You know what? I'm
we would have been digging rattles and stuff.
I'm going to take a really obscure guess since you said that, and I'm going to say a Dustbuster vacuum.
Not a Dustbuster. No Dustbuster. These are all toys.
I mean, who says that isn't a toy?
my kid loves vacuuming.
Right? Okay.
I'm not even going to count that one against you.
Another one I'm going to take a guess on, and I remember I don't remember what. I don't think it was like a G.I. Joe or anything, but I'm going to say there was this really big set that was an aircraft carrier set that was really popular in the late 80s, early 90s. It had like planes and everything on it. Might have been made by like Hot Wheels or something like that, but I'm going to go with an aircraft carrier set.
Not on here, but I remember what you're talking about.
Exactly what I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted it. I think my friends got it. No, I didn't get it.
What do I get, 4 strikes?
As in American baseball, you get 4 strikks. Right, so that is strike 1. Okay. I'm not counting the Dustbuster against you.
Okay, fair enough.
The holiday spirit.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. All right, so we got the Nintendo Entertainment System. So why not just keep with the theme and say the Super Nintendo?
The Super Nintendo is not on here.
That's surprising. I felt like with the next generation console, it would have been on there after NES. All right, fair enough. In true form, then I'm going to take my next shot and go with some rollerblades like John got.
I wish rollerblades were on here. Rollerblades are never number 1 though.
They're never up there.
I think it's like they're not like a singular brand, so it's harder to track.
That's true.
Actual units sold.
Okay, so I'm on my last guess, right?
You are.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I'm going through my head like what was popular, what was every kid wanting at that time, and I am going to say, is there a particular Barbie on the list?
No Barbies.
That's surprising.
Yeah,
I felt like that was going to be like a perfect 90s guess.
No
right there.
Barbies.
So like the toys got to be unisex, though, right? Kind of.
Yeah, actually, I think. Yeah, they all are. That is true. Would you guys like me to start in 2000 or 87?
I want you to start in 87 and bring us
in 87. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you would have got this one. It was a simpler time. The top selling toy of 1987 was the Koosh Ball. Remember
the
Koosh Balls?
Ball? Oh my god! I remember that.
I have so many.
I had one.
Yeah. The Koosh
Also,
ball.
I wish you would have let me play it. I totally read my emails today and would have kicked Mount's butt.
That's why I did let you play.
That makes sense though. I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have guessed that to be more of like a stocking stuffer kind of thing. But even so, I guess
that's what I'm saying though. 87,
was
like
cheap to buy.
There wasn't shit in 87, like toy wise.
Yeah,
I also
Koosh ball.
I want to take one more guess, even though it doesn't count. I want to say, is there a Game Boy on the list?
Yeah,
I was gonna say with your consoles.
1989. So the year after NES console was the Game Boy.
I was gonna guess that one, but then I got discouraged.
I was waiting for you.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't really look at the thing. Is there Pokemon on there? I think
there
is the late 90s.
Pokemon was 1999.
The only one I actually saw was the Talk Boy.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
All right, so 87 we had the Koosh. Koosh. 1988 was the NES console. 89 the Game Boy. 1990 was the year of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that totally makes sense. And I think I still in storage somewhere have each of the Ninja Turtles. Yeah, and it was the particular set where their shell opened up on their backs, and you could store their weapons inside of their shells.
That's sick.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
All right, you guys remember these? 1991 Pogs.
That just did not come across as like a...
My kid plays with my Pogs.
I feel like that was like a year-round thing, and I totally remember Pogs, and I had like the tube that you had them in, that you had the slammers and everything. I wouldn't have guessed that as like a top-selling Christmas gift, though, but it makes sense.
Pogs. 92 was the Talking Barney.
I never even knew that was the thing.
We were too old by that point.
Talking Barney.
Makes sense.
93 was the Talk Boy. In Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
So cool.
So good. Yeah.
I wanted one so bad.
You didn't get
a buddy of mine had one. I remember it.
I should have said that. That was one of those dream gifts I got that like I never expected.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great gift. 1994 Power Rangers.
Oh, that seemed like such an easy answer I should have taken a stab at.
Yeah.
I also had the whole set, like I had the Turtles, and I remember the Power Rangers when
the
you
flip
press
head ones.
You press their belt and their head flipped from like their face to their helmet.
Still got all mine.
Yeah.
1995 was Beanie Babies.
Makes sense.
So that's the year a lot of kids' college scholarships died.
Yeah. The false craze.
Yeah, the TY Beanie Baby craze that lasted forever.
I like those little McDonald's ones they had.
Me and my grandma bonded over it, so it was good times.
Yeah.
I still got my wife's are all in the garage somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably smell horrible.
That was like everybody's, like you were saying, they lost their college funds because everybody bought them like they were stocks going up, and they just did not.
Yeah.
No.
Too bad for you. 96 you got, which was the Tickle Me Elmo. 97, I love this one. The Tamagotchi.
You know what? That actually popped into my head as I was going to say it, but I didn't think it would be correct and skirted it. I sidestepped
the Tamagotchi.
Yeah, I actually had that one on the mind.
I remember mine just pooped so much.
So much poop. There's poop everywhere, man.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
Mine died like, every day.
Great toy.
It was basically like every kid's first introduction to having a pet and cleaning up after it.
Yes.
And watching it die.
I was going to say, that's how I knew I was irresponsible and should not have a living pet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then they amped it up the next year, and that was the Furby. Feed me.
Oh, man. The thing was terrifying. My sisters each had one growing up.
Feed me.
My cousin had one, yeah.
With the eyes that like blinked and rolled around. And
Yeah.
Ain't no time for those little
psycho eyes.
They had the mechanical sound when they blinked. It was like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super robotic and terrifying, man. No.
That's good stuff.
1999 were Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Did the cards come out like parallel to the games? Or was it after? Because I remember them both being very popular at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like the cards were already...
Was the cards before the game, right?
Well, because I think it came out in Japan before it came out here. So
100%.
The cards might have already been a thing prior to the show and games being released in America.
And lastly, 2000, the item that allowed Producer Moo and I to terrorize the city of Camarillo, the Razor scooter.
Wow, that was all the way back in 2000. I remember the Razor scooter craze. Like it was.
That makes sense though, because we started terrorizing only a few years after that.
Yep.
I remember they had the extendable handlebars. They folded up on themselves, and
dude,
every skate park you went to, there was somebody hardcore on a scooter.
You get the wheelie bar in the back.
Yeah, or they have spin them around and land back on top of them. And
they have a ton now, but the ones that are the best are the ones that are set up like the old school stuff.
Yeah. Just built different back then.
Dude, so good. Those scootering is like an X game thing now. Like I've seen some dudes do some crazy flips and stuff. It's insane.
What was your favorite gift that you got, Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, you asked us. What do you got? What sticks out the most? I'm trying to remember. It's hard to remember specific.
It really is.
Especially as we get older.
Yeah. I remember loving my first electric guitar. It was a red guy. I remember that one. That was a good one.
You got that for Christmas?
I did. I think I got a Ninja Turtle Vans one year too.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sweet.
So cool.
Who says you can't get them now?
That's true. Probably still have it. I don't know. My mom keeps everything.
Can't imagine you'd fit into some shoes you had when you were a kid, but
no, the van, the little toy.
I thought you meant Vans, like the shoes.
I want some Vans. Yeah, I can get some of those.
Yeah,
I might fit in some of my children's clothes.
I didn't have the turtle Vans, the van, but they had a like it was a big house that you could build. It was like the turtle's house, and it had green sewer tubes that you could connect to it. I had that.
I had the van and the what was the head guy's name? The brain, his little like rolling fortress thing that you see in the beginning of like the intro. I don't remember. Brain guy inside of robot guy's stomach.
Yeah, I think that was Mutagen. No, that wasn't him. Different guy. Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about now.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. I don't remember. Anyway. Kerrang?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
It's in there
Still
somewhere. Just had to unlock it. There we go. We got there.
All right, wrap it up. Everybody. Fuck. Thank you. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about for the Joyous holiday?
Hide your kids.
You should hide your kids.
All right. Krampus is coming.
I did have one final tiny bit of research I did.
Mm-hmm.
This is about Santa Claus. You ever wondered how he gets to all those houses in one night? Got any guesses?
I mean,
don't have any guesses because I'm going to tell you how.
We don't know how. Why don't you tell us anyway?
You know how he does it? It's because Santa Claus fucking runs faster, jumps higher, and frolics harder. Merry Christmas. And
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye.
Christmas is coming to town. Leave schnapps out.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, folks. Bye.